2012, I had this crazy idea to replicate what Napoleon Hill did in Think and Grow Rich, which was at the turn of the 20th century. Andrew Carnegie, who was the richest man in the world in the turn of the 1900s, commissioned Napoleon Hill, who was a journalist at the time, to interview 500 of the richest people in North America at that time to comprise a success principle book to show what were the common things behind all these 500 people, to show people that if these people can do it and apply these principles, so can you. And so my idea was in 2012, when I heard the story of Napoleon Hill, I said, man, imagine if somebody documented those interactions, those interviews with those 500 people. How much could we have learned or watched or got inspired from those people just to observe what they did and how they acted and how they worked, and the questions that they could have asked. And yet still people from reading Think and Grow Rich and The Law of Success in 16 Lessons still were very successful from just reading those books. And so for me, I always like to know, I thought, what if we did that today? But instead of 500, why not just do 52? And my background as a magician, since 2003, ever since I've been doing magic, the most common question I get is, how did you do that? And I feel like I ask the same question when I see people who are very successful. And I ask, man, how did they do that? And I'm sure a lot of people who are listening to this ask the same thing and want to see behind the scenes of how that works. So I thought, 52 cards, what if I interviewed 52 people of the richest people in the world, around the world, to inspire people that if these people can do it, so can you. And so that's why I'm launching All About the Billions. I had this idea since 2012. In 2015, I was about to launch something, but it never happened. It was going to be called The Story of 52. And now I'm ready. I'm ready to, number one, not just do it myself, but collaborate with the largest podcasters, business podcasters in the world, who are already interviewing, telling the stories of people who have started with basically nothing and have built billion-dollar organizations, and who are already inspiring people, but now collaborating with them to go behind the scenes, the day in the life of these successful founders, and also sharing their story along the way in that day, with the same intention of that, if these people can do it, so can you. And this will launch a movement called the Billions Club, where we're enabling the next wave of billion-dollar companies. We're going to impact billions of lives. And and removing all those barriers, whether it's funding, the connections, the investors, and it's really going to be a movement to enable ideas that are blocked from the traditional ways of things that are currently set up for these founders to not get funded and end up these ideas not coming to life, and the lost lives of people who could have been impacted. Okay, and sometimes it could be people's lives depend on it. And the reason why I'm in this garage is because it all starts from humble beginnings, right? It starts from humble beginnings of these founders, where, like Steve Jobs, imagine seeing his life when he first started, and he documented that journey, in a garage, or Google, or any of these companies who started from nothing. So if you are a founder who wants to be part of this documentary series, please reach out to me. If you're a podcaster who is a successful podcaster who wants to be part of this as well, let's connect. And also, if you're an investor who wants to help to seed this and to make this a reality and this movement a reality, and also reach out to me as well, because together I know that we could truly enable the next generation of billion-dollar companies who are going to impact billions of lives.